Every year, thousands of seniors set off on dream vacations, only to face health scares, financial disasters, or worse. The truth is, traveling after 70 isn't as simple as booking a ticket and packing a suitcase. Hidden dangers lurk beneath the excitement, and ignoring them could turn your adventure into a nightmare. Before you plan your next trip, there are 5 critical risks you need to know, because missing even one could cost you more than just money. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. 1. Increased health risks and medical emergencies. Picture this. You're enjoying a warm cup of coffee at a charming Parisian cafe, the Eiffel Tower rising in the distance when a sudden tightness grips your chest. At home, you'd know exactly what to do. Call your doctor or head to the nearest hospital. But when you're abroad, every medical issue becomes more complicated. As we grow older, our bodies become more unpredictable. Heart problems, high blood pressure, and respiratory issues can strike without warning. For seniors over 70, even a minor health concern can rapidly escalate into a serious emergency, especially when medical care is far away or unfamiliar. Consider James, a 74-year-old retiree who loved to travel. He and his wife eagerly booked a 2-week cruise, imagining relaxing days on the open sea. But on the 4th day, James felt sharp chest pains. The ship's medical team did their best, but with no hospital nearby, he endured a long, nerve-wracking wait for an emergency evacuation to the nearest port. Though he recovered, the experience shook him deeply. His dream vacation turned into a frightening ordeal. Could he have predicted it? Perhaps not, but experts agree that these risks are all too common. Long flights raise the likelihood of blood clots, high altitudes put extra stress on the heart, and new climates can worsen dehydration. The numbers tell the story. According to the American Heart Association, older adults face a higher risk of cardiovascular emergencies while traveling, especially if they already have underlying health issues. Another hidden danger? Insurance gaps. Many seniors assume their regular health insurance covers them overseas, only to face massive medical bills when it doesn't. What can you do to protect yourself? A simple but crucial step is to schedule a pre-travel checkup with your doctor and invest in comprehensive travel insurance, especially one that includes emergency evacuation coverage. These precautions can make the difference between a safe, enjoyable trip and a potential disaster. Your health is vital, but it's just one of many concerns older travelers need to keep in mind. What other hidden risks might await? 2. Increased exposure to infections and contaminants. Imagine yourself on a crowded airplane, squeezed between strangers while the hum of the engines fills the cabin. Exciting? Absolutely, until you realize you're sharing recycled air with hundreds of other passengers, some coughing, others sneezing. For younger travelers, catching a cold might be an inconvenience. But for those over 70, it can be far more serious. As we age, our immune systems weaken, making it harder to fend off common illnesses. What starts as a minor bug could escalate into a serious infection requiring medical intervention. Travel exposes seniors to a wide range of germs. Busy airports, crowded public transport, and unfamiliar dining spots become breeding grounds for bacteria and viruses. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, older adults are at greater risk for severe complications from respiratory infections like the flu, pneumonia, and even COVID-19, especially when exposed to unfamiliar pathogens abroad. But the danger doesn't stop there. Food and water safety also pose hidden risks. That tempting street-side treat or seemingly harmless glass of tap water could deliver more than just a local flavor. It might mean days of nausea, vomiting, or worse. For seniors, foodborne illnesses like E. coli and salmonella aren't just unpleasant. They can lead to severe dehydration, hospitalization, and prolonged recovery times. Consider Maria, a 72-year-old who embarked on a long-anticipated trip to Southeast Asia with friends. Despite her usual caution, a simple salad from a roadside stall proved disastrous. Within hours, she was struck by a bacterial infection that left her weak and bedridden, cutting her vacation short and landing her in a foreign clinic. What was a minor risk for locals became a major ordeal for her aging immune system. How can you protect yourself? Small, practical steps can make a big difference. Wearing a mask in crowded areas, drinking only bottled water, and avoiding raw or undercooked foods are simple habits that significantly reduce the risk of infection. While protecting your health is crucial, it's not the only challenge seniors face when traveling. What happens when the journey itself becomes too exhausting? 3. Travel fatigue and recovery challenges. Travel often feels like a race against the clock, early wake-up calls, packed schedules, and endless hours on your feet. When you're younger, a quick nap or a strong cup of coffee can recharge you. But after 70, travel exhaustion isn't so easy to shake. Long flights, jet lag, and disrupted sleep routines affect older adults more severely, turning what should be an exciting adventure into an exhausting ordeal. The physical toll lingers, making recovery slower and more difficult. Take Richard, a 75-year-old retiree who dreamed of revisiting Europe with his wife. Decades ago, they traveled with ease, but this time was different. A 10-hour flight combined with a 6-hour time difference left him exhausted before their vacation even began. By the second day, fatigue overwhelmed him. His legs felt like lead, his thoughts were sluggish, and keeping up with sightseeing became a struggle. When they returned home, instead of savoring the memories, Richard spent weeks recovering from the trip. His story isn't unique. Research from the National Sleep Foundation reveals that seniors take longer to recover from jet lag. Sleep disturbances, combined with physical fatigue, can weaken the immune system and increase the risk of heart issues. Sitting for extended periods adds another layer of discomfort. Long flights or bus rides can cause stiff joints, swollen legs, and for some, a higher risk of developing blood clots, deep vein thrombosis. Even once you arrive, the challenges continue. Unfamiliar hotel beds, noisy environments, and disrupted routines can make quality rest feel impossible. Without proper recovery, the excitement of travel fades into exhaustion. How can older adults combat travel fatigue? Thoughtful planning makes all the difference. Schedule rest days between activities to recharge. Opt for shorter flights or plan layovers to stretch and move around. Bring healthy snacks to maintain energy levels, and prioritize hydration. Most importantly, listen to your body's signals. Pushing through fatigue only makes recovery harder. A successful trip isn't about cramming in every site, it's about pacing yourself to enjoy the journey. But physical exhaustion is just one challenge seniors face while traveling. What happens when the places you visit aren't built with your needs in mind? If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. 4. Higher risk of falls and injuries. Traveling in your 70s can feel like walking a tightrope, thrilling, but one wrong step can lead to disaster. As we age, our balance weakens, reflexes slow, and bones become more fragile. What might be a minor stumble for a younger person can cause serious harm to seniors. Uneven cobblestone streets, poorly lit hotel staircases, or a slippery cruise deck can all turn an exciting vacation into an emergency for older adults. A fall isn't just a temporary setback. It can mean surgery, long recovery, and even permanent changes to mobility and independence. Consider Linda, a 78-year-old woman who always dreamed of touring Europe. At home, she was active and walked daily without issue. But Italy's steep, uneven streets posed an unexpected challenge. One evening, as she stepped off a curb, she lost her footing and fell, breaking her hip. Her vacation ended in a hospital, followed by surgery and months of painful recovery. The experience not only cut her trip short but also changed how she viewed travel forever. Unfortunately, Linda's story isn't uncommon. According to the National Institute on Aging, falls are the leading cause of injury for older adults. Travel increases the risk due to unfamiliar environments, fatigue, and unpredictable surfaces, all of which make falls more likely. Beyond the physical toll, even minor injuries become more complicated while abroad. A sprained ankle or bruised knee may require medical attention, something that can be harder to access in a foreign country. Delays in care, language barriers, and differences in medical systems can all slow down your recovery. And for older adults, healing takes longer, especially without the comfort of familiar healthcare providers. So, how can you protect yourself while still enjoying new experiences? The answer lies in thoughtful preparation. Choose destinations known for accessibility and safety. Wear supportive, slip-resistant shoes to improve stability. If needed, use a walking stick or cane for extra balance. Most importantly, be realistic about your physical limits. No adventure is worth compromising your long-term mobility. But while falls pose a clear threat, another hidden risk could impact both your well-being and your wallet. What financial surprises should seniors be ready for when traveling? 5. Travel insurance and financial risk. Picture this. You finally arrived in paradise, ready to unwind, but your hotel doesn't exist. Or worse, a sudden illness strikes, and you're left with a $20,000 medical bill that your regular insurance won't cover. For travelers over 70, these financial risks aren't rare, they're all too real. Many seniors assume their domestic health plans extend across borders, only to discover too late that they don't. Medical emergencies abroad can be staggeringly expensive, with emergency medical evacuations alone costing upwards of $50,000. Without proper coverage, a dream vacation can quickly become a financial nightmare. Take George, a careful 76-year-old who spent months saving for a tropical getaway. He booked through what appeared to be a reputable travel website. But when he arrived, the resort was a complete fabrication. His reservation was fake, and his money was gone. Scrambling to find new accommodations doubled his expenses, and the stress of being scammed overshadowed his entire trip. Sadly, his story isn't unique. Seniors are often prime targets for travel scams, from fake online bookings to credit card theft and even fraudulent taxi services. Scammers prey on older adults who may be less familiar with new technologies or local customs, making vigilance essential. Beyond scams, unexpected changes can also wreak havoc on your wallet. Health conditions can flare up without warning, and if you need to cancel last minute, those non-refundable flights and hotel bookings could be lost. Without trip insurance, you're left to absorb the financial blow. AARP reports that 1 in 4 seniors face unplanned expenses while traveling, many of which could have been prevented with the right insurance. How can you shield yourself from these financial traps? First, invest in comprehensive travel insurance that covers medical emergencies, cancellations, and even emergency evacuations. Always book through verified, well-known platforms, and be cautious of deals that seem too good to be true. Finally, protect your cash and credit cards. Use secure payment methods and stay alert to common scams. Financial security is key to stress-free travel, but there's one final challenge that can strike when you least expect it. What happens when loneliness creeps in, even on the most beautiful journeys? So, here we are, 5 hidden dangers that could turn your next trip into a tale of caution rather than triumph. From health crises to falls, fatigue, infections, and financial shocks, travel after 70 isn't the carefree escape it once was. But does that mean you should hang up your suitcase for good? Not quite. It's all about smarter choices, shorter trips, safer spots, and solid planning. Why risk a marathon when a scenic stroll could be just as fulfilling? Think about it. Could a local getaway satisfy your wanderlust without the physical toll? Is your insurance truly prepared for the unexpected? These aren't glamorous questions, but they're the difference between a trip you'll treasure and one you'd rather forget. The real kicker, the one we've been building to, is how often seniors lose everything to scams or uncovered emergencies, a trap that George and countless others have fallen into. Want to travel smart? Start by consulting your doctor, investing in a reliable travel insurance plan, and choosing a destination that matches your energy and comfort level. It's not about stopping, it's about adapting. With the right precautions, the world can still be yours to explore. Now, we want to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you'll put into practice on your next trip? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We're eager to know how you'll travel safer and smarter. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support helps us continue sharing valuable insights to keep you informed and empowered. Travel can still be part of your story. It just needs a new chapter. So, where will your next adventure take you?